All right, so welcome back. And today it's another great topic. What I've realized in doing this work is that tech founders don't lose federal opportunities because their innovation is not amazing. They lose federal opportunity because they are pursuing misaligned opportunities. If you're a tech founder, then this is a place to be. Come on into the Executive Innovation Show. I'm your host, Chevy. And as you're coming in, say hello, drop a comment in the chat, let me know. But if you're new here, thank you for coming. And on the Executive Innovation Show, I work with tech founders who are wanting federal opportunities through qualified proposal and core partnership without burning out and also without sacrificing their time or capacity. So come on in, say hello. And today we're talking about misaligned opportunities and how that is costing you time, money, and so much more. So come on in. And the reason I'm talking about this topic today is because I'm having conversation with founders who are building amazing things, who are looking for opportunities, but maybe they don't know where to start, or maybe they're pursuing something that is not in alignment. And I want to bring this conversation at the forefront and for you to just kind of reset yourself as a founder, because I know based on clients that I've served, based on individuals who are reaching out to me to see if there's an opportunity for us to work together based on where they're at, there's misalignment, because you have something that you're building, but you are at capacity, number one. Maybe you are a solo, founder who is now building. Maybe you're a year in. Also, maybe you're at the level where it's like, hey, Chevy, I am building. I have multiple business, but I don't have the time to go out and really make sure that I am in alignment with the agency or the opportunities that I'm looking for, because I'm in that build stage. And I get it. As a founder, that is your priority. That is your number one priority, which is to continue to service your current clients if you are serving clients, but also to build this innovation thing that is needed, but you don't know where it needs to go. So we're going to talk about that. So let's talk about the cost of time. Okay. We know time is a commodity. It is precious. We don't get it back. And I want you to think of the last 6 months, whether you have been building. I want you to really think of how were you able to optimize your time, and really look at how much time did you invest into building that thing? How much time did you invest into trying to find the right agency to position your innovation to? So because time, again, we don't get back. You're not going to get it back. So when it comes to the cost of time, and if you have something but it's not aligned with the agency, then you have spent 4 to 6 weeks, or probably even months in. Okay, probably months in that you have spent trying to figure out, where does my innovation fit? And you're still searching. So you have to look at, how is my time being utilized as a tech founder? And if you're here, say hello. Let me know that you are here, because I know sometimes the chat does not come up. So if you're here, thank you for joining me. I just cannot see the comments for whatever reason. All right. So when it comes to your time, we have to look at, am I reaching the right folks to give me feedback? Am I looking at, building, am I going to the wrong doors? Because again, misalignment is going to lead you to the wrong door. And if you continue on this journey of just trying to just reach any pockets of doors, you're going to end up in the point where you're missing the true opportunity. So you have to look at the time factor, because the clients that I serve, the founders that I support, they don't have time to be going and searching and then connecting to misaligned opportunities. They want me to be like, hey, here's our core opportunities that aligns with their specific innovation that they are building, or they already have in place to connect to that agency. And when you think of time, I want you to think of it as, you're building, but you also have a deadline. You know, you want your prototype, you want your innovation to go to the next level. But if you are continuing to, Lord, to misalign, that was my light just falling off my computer. If you are misaligning, then that is going to impact your growth. I want to give an example in a sense of, realistically, if you are in a relationship, or if you've been in a relationship, you're a marriage, and you have been trying to make things work, but internally, there's misalignment, but you continue to try to make it work, and you continue another year and the next year and the next year. And then it's like a decade is now gone, and you're looking in the mirror asking yourself, why did I spend so much time trying to fix something or be in something that was misaligned for a decade? So I want you to kind of put that same perspective into what you're building and really look at, do you want to spend the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next year positioning your innovation to a misaligned agency? And I know the answer is no. So I definitely want you to really look at, how are you misaligned right now? As you're currently sitting in your business as a founder, how are you misaligning to get to the right opportunities? Okay. So that is the first one, cost of time that you do not get back. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is the cost of money. And this is not just money that you are investing, but also money that potentially that you could gain through this process. But because of misalignment, you are missing the true opportunity to get to the funding that you are seeking and you are desiring to bring your innovation to the market, to that agency. Okay. So you might be investing in a consultant, or you may be trying to do this on your own. And I get it. As a business owner, sometimes, definitely trying to figure things out on our own works, but also it takes a lot of our time. And I've been there. So I've chosen to invest into multiple, coaches, consultants throughout my journey of streamlining and, figuring out how to navigate this space as a business owner, from someone who has served in the military and used to that lifestyle and that structure, to now having my business to structure and build. So I didn't have all the answers. So I had to find people who were ahead of me, who understood and understand the landscape of entrepreneurship, how to tap into the gov space, how to tap into the corporate space, how to bring clients in. So you might be investing or not investing into a consultant, but my question to you, are you investing in the right consultant who's going to help you position the right way, who has this discipline, the execution, to where you don't have to say, hey, I need you to do, they already is ahead of the game, telling you, here's what you need to do. Here's where you need to apply. Here are the topics. Here are the opportunities. They are funneling that information to you. So if you are spending money and you don't see traction, you don't see result, and not result just only in the financial aspect, but result in momentum, in movement, in execution, because those are financial costs as well too. So you have to look at, are you accelerating your growth, or are you keeping it at a standstill because you're misaligned? Okay, let me check on my phone to see, because I know sometimes with, let me see. Okay, yes, something is going on. Let me turn this down. All right, hey Queen. So Rochelle is here. So I have to figure out what's going on with my technology, because I can see her on my phone, but for some reason I cannot see it here within the streaming system. Oh, so far we've talked about misalignment opportunities and how it is costing tech founders like yourself time and money. Okay, and the last thing that we're going to focus on is, it is costing you your credibility. Okay. There's nothing like someone trusting you and then you lose that credibility. So, as a founder who is building, you have to make sure that your credibility is at the utmost. You have to make sure that the agency that you are looking to pursue is, they see you as a trusted partner, because that's what you're coming in as a trusted partner. So imagine if you continue to be misaligned, by submitting prematurely, by not making sure that your innovation meets the mission of what this agency is looking for. Also, making sure that, hey, am I in compliance? Because again, you're missing compliance. Because if you are pursuing misaligned opportunities, then you're not meeting the requirements that this specific agency is asking for, is looking for. So as a tech founder, you have to look at, am I continuing to show that I am credible, that what I'm building is credible, what I'm building is in good hands, what I'm building is going to match that agency. So I do have Chanela here as well too. Thank you both for joining. Again, I cannot. Okay, now I can see the chat on here. I don't know what's going on, but hey, welcome Chanela. She said taking a midday walk, but I'm listening, and this is a lot. This is a lot that people forget, and real costs when it comes to operating. Yes, operating, cost is a factor. And I think people just look at, okay, well, I'm investing in this, in the product, in the build, but no, cost is momentum. Is someone helping you to think differently? Is someone helping you to execute? Is someone helping you to see opportunities that you did not see prior? So it's, the cost is not just a physical thing. And I think some people have to remember that. And as a tech founder, yes, you are that person who is like, hey, I'm building something tangible, but also you have to look at who you're bringing in to make sure that you're not misaligned. And that is a cost, because someone coming in like myself to help you position your innovation and your opportunities, that is saving you time. That is saving you the opportunity from wasting money in other places because you're misaligned. By bringing someone in like me or another consultant who can see the path and help you create the path that you're looking to tap into, because I know that you don't want to waste your time spinning your wheels. I know that you don't want to waste your time spending, hours trying to find the right agency to match with. You're not looking to do that because, one, you don't have the mental capacity right now because you are in build mode. You are looking to really position your innovation to the right agency, and you want to save time, you want to save money, and you want to save your credibility. So those are the three things that we're talking about when it comes to misalignment. It is costing you as a founder. Again, time. And again, we cannot get time back. We cannot. You're building. I want you to go back to that relationship perspective that I gave. We spend decades in situations, in careers, in other things, and we're questioning whether it's monthly, whether it's daily, whether it's by the minute. You tell me. I'm guilty of that too. And then you look back and be like, man, I saw all the signs. I saw the signs, but I choose to still be misaligned. And it comes at a cost. So if you are a tech founder, I want you to answer these questions. So before you pursue any federal opportunity, because again, your innovation is not the issue. What you're building is not the issue, because you already identified there is a problem and you have a solution for that problem. The issue is, do you know who needs what you are building? So I want you to answer these 3 questions, okay? And really take your time and answer these questions. 1, is my technology mature enough for this specific agency? Because we want to get out of alignment, out of misalignment. So the first question is, my technology mature enough for this agency? And depending on the agency, it doesn't have to be at, a TRL, 5. It may be at a 1. So you have to look at, where am I at? And what agency matches what I'm building and needs what I'm building? The second question, Does the mission truly need what I built? So what you're building, does the mission of that organization, does it align? Do they need it? Because sometimes we can build because we say, you know what, I'm thinking of this great idea. I think this is needed. But in reality, we have to be honest with ourselves. Is this needed? Does it connect to the mission of this specific agency? Because we want to get out of alignment. As a tech founder, you want to be in alignment because you know it's going to cost you, it's going to increase your opportunity, it's going to increase your opportunity in a sense of partnership, but also funded because you are more aligned in what you're trying to do and pursue. And the third question is, am I early or am I actually ready? Am I early or am I actually ready? Because it comes when you're ready, that means you are clear on what you're building. That means you are clear on the agency that you are pursuing and connecting to. That means you are clear on the third step of, okay, here's what I see. Here's how this agency aligns. Here's what I've noticed about this specific agency. Here are the last 5 topics or opportunities that this agency provide or funded, because the goal for you is to get funding for your prototype, for your innovation, because you know it is a need. But you have to make sure that you move from misalignment to being in alignment. So I want you to answer those questions. So my final thoughts or words for you today as a tech founder who is building, who has a solution, who don't have the time because you are in the business. You are in the business, you are building, you got a family, whether, you probably have, a team, you may not have a team. So if you're solo, you're doing it all. Okay. So if you're building something powerful, and I know you are because you're a builder, you're an innovator, and you have 1 or 2 people that you're having conversation with who are in positions of, where they can help drive that decision or kind of maybe plug you in. And they're saying, we need what you have. And I've heard that before. Oh, Chevy, we need what you have. That is a great statement. That's a signal, but it has to be a follow-up from that. And sometimes that person is waiting for you to bring a little bit more, to have more clarity, to be the right fit. So if you're at this juncture of, hey, I have something, I have some validation from people through verbally saying, hey, my unit, my organization can utilize this, but you know that you want to make sure that you are fitted and positioned the right way, then I want to invite you to send me a DM with the word fit. And what that's going to do, that's going to help me to understand where you're at, but also see how my federal fit intensive can help and support you to really get in that clarity, but also help you to position what you're building. So as a tech founder, here's your reminder. You can choose to continue on this journey and build and be misaligned and waste months and even years. Or you can decide today as a tech founder, as an ambitious individual who is building and have a big vision and want to make big impact, to choose to reach out to me with the word fit and see if there's alignment for us to connect, have a conversation, and go from there. Because I know you don't want to waste any more time. Because again, misalignment will cost you time, money, and your credibility. And if you're watching this later on, #replay, you can send any questions that you may have privately if you have questions, or you can just drop the questions here and I will definitely come back and answer those questions. But I want to say, money is available, but you have to be positioned the right way. And this is not the time or the year to waste another 6 months trying to figure it out on your own. If you know you've been trying to figure it out on your own for the last year, for the last 6 months, for the last 3 months, and you're just like mentally zapped, you're mentally tired, you're ready for someone who is have the background of someone who is, strategic, someone who understands flow, structure, execution, and someone who has supported clients to submit opportunities, then definitely I want to invite you to reach out. But again, I want to thank you all for joining me on the Executive Innovation Show. I want to thank the Slade Queen, Rochelle, for joining live, and also Chanel for joining live as well. I couldn't see the comments, but technology. And we just move forward, and that's it. But again, join me here next Wednesday on the Executive Innovation Show. I'm your host, Chevy, and I work with tech founders like yourself who are looking for federal opportunities through qualified proposal and core partnership without sacrificing time and capacity. And we do this multiple ways, so definitely reach out to me and let's figure out which way that we can support you to get to the next level. All right, y'all. Well, have an amazing day and see you all next Wednesday.